somebody, not just anybody. You know I need someone.
Hi, Bob here of Bob and Dan DIY. So starting on YouTube, we needed an intro. So I decided I would make my own intro from our logo, and I made it animated. So this video is going to show you how I did it and how you can do it yourself. The first step is to create the frames that you will need to create the animation. Animation is a sequence of frames with small changes that when seen sequentially appear to move or change. This is how cartoons are made. What I did was make a small change to each copy of the logo, adding the next letter with each frame, resulting in the complete logo. To do this, I just colored over the letters in each frame that I wanted to remove the letters that wouldn't be needed. The result of this was a set of 6 frames that could be assembled into the animation that would look as if the logo was being spelled out on the screen. The timing of the frames is done in the video editor, which will be the next step. Now that the frames are all completed, it's time to get some music. Okay, step 2. We're gonna get a sound clip for our video intro. To do this, you're going to need a wave editor. A wave editor allows you to make changes to audio files. Sound appears as waveforms in the editor. With the sound editor, you can do things like clipping out a portion of the file, which is what I'm doing here, showing you on this video, as I just wanted like the first 8 or 9 seconds of this song. So I went through the song, found the 8 or 9 seconds I wanted, selected that portion of the song. So what I'll do is I will copy that portion and make a new file out of it, and then I will edit that smaller file as I need to add to my intro. So the other consideration for sound is what kind of sound do you want to use? Or you just want to use sound effects. There's lots of them available, and if you're just using a sound effect, it's easy to just scale it onto your video. Or do you want to use, like I did, a piece of a song, and then of course when you want to use a song you have to be concerned about copyright strikes on YouTube, and I knew I wanted to use the intro to Help by the Beatles for my DIY channel. So to get around copyright, I just went on YouTube and I looked for covers of Help, and I downloaded a few cover versions of Help and listened to them and said, okay, that's the one I want, and that's the one I'm editing here. Alright, we have our frames, we have our music. Let's put this intro together. Using Shotcut, first thing we'll do is open our animation frames into the playlist. The second thing we'll do is we'll open up a video track, and then we will load our frames down onto our video track so that we can resize them and place them and run through them a few times to see that our animation looks like something we want. So what I'm doing here is with all of the animation clips now in the video track, I'm shrinking the first 5 to about a second each so the letters will flip on. And the 6th one is the full logo, and I'll leave that as a longer period of time so that when I go and I add the music, I can use that as an adjustment to match the length of the music to the length of the video. So 5 frames up front, 5 seconds each, that's 5 seconds, and then anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds for the last frame, and that's a pretty good length for an intro, somewhere around 8 or 9 seconds. Okay, that looks good. Now let's open an audio track and we'll bring the music down and see how everything fits together. As you can see, there is a mismatch between the music track length and the video track length at this point. And the music track is already optimized. There's no slack. I can't take anything out, and I don't want to add anything to it. I want to use the music track as I cut it in the wave editor. So I'm going to just put the music track at the very beginning of the video track, and I'll use the last frame of the video track animation. I'll just make it a little smaller because it's going to be up on the screen long enough, and it will keep my intro, I think it cut it down to around 8 seconds, which is good. That's enough time for an intro. We want to get into the I want to thank you all for watching my first YouTube video, one of many to come with my son Daniel. We'll be doing DIY and stuff. I think you'll like what we're going to do. So if you could like this video, like, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the drill. Thanks again. Bye.
I need somebody, not just anybody.